My name is Louise-Marie Fischer, a really French first name. I'm the Associate Director for both the MBA and the Executive MBA program for HEC Paris. And by leading the admission office for the MBA programs, I'm actually in charge of selecting the most successful candidates I'd say on both an academic and a professional perspectives. It is really a passionate role. And first, I'd say for the people I have the chance to work on a daily basis because I have an amazing team, but also for the inspiring profiles I have the chance to review for both programs. We have three formats of MBA at HEC. We have the full-time MBA, the executive MBA, and the trium MBA. So a full-time 16 months long program with intakes in September and January is really specifically designed to give students the time needed to learn new skills, as well as gain specific work experience in a new sector or job function. It incorporates a personalized career development program with our career center, as well as a unique hands-on learning and leadership opportunities. We really think that it is an ideal length of time to make a real impact on a student's future without keeping them out of the workforce for too long. That's why it's a 16 months long program. So regarding the number of students we have for this full-time program, for September we usually are around 180 students, and for the January track we are around 150 students. The program includes both a fundamental phase with core courses as well as a customized phase where students choose one of our 7 specializations. We also have an executive MBA. It is a program really tailored for candidates with a bit more professional experience, and they have the choice of 5 flexible part-time tracks to give the candidates really the option to balance their studies with their professional and personal lives. And regarding this program, we are around 200 students per year. Last but not least, we have the Trium Executive MBA. It is a really highly challenging program, and we're running it jointly with NYU and London School of Economics. We connect with applicants from the moment they make the first contact with us. So the time before submitting an actual application is just as important as the time after they have submitted it. Because at HEC, we really try to get to know each and every applicant through email or phone before they apply. So we understand them and their goals better. And once they submit, the relationship doesn't end. It's just starting again. So as applicants move through the process, their marketing and recruitment manager, they will stay in touch with them. Once a complete application is submitted, applicants will know within 2 or 3 weeks if they have made it to the final round of consideration. If they are selected to move into the final round, alumni interviews will be scheduled, and the applicants will hear from both the admission officer and the marketing and recruitment manager, and both of them will offer them advice on the upcoming interviews with 2 MBA alumni. So in the 2 or 3 weeks following the pre-selection, the candidates will meet 2 MBA alumni for one-to-one interviews. They will have the chance to both present on a topic of the choice. It's really an open discussion with the interviewer, and the alumni will have the chance to assess the fit of the candidate to the program. The interviews are traditionally in person and takes place in over 80 countries. And after the alumni interviews, we host the official final admission jury, wherein we make the final admission decision. And the whole process takes 5 weeks, so it's pretty fast. So the candidate can have a fast answer from the team. And this means really applicants will know if they're admitted within 5 weeks of submitting the application. And once admitted, the candidates are really automatically considered for the merit-based HEC scholarship. And same, it's pretty fast because they receive the scholarship decision just a week after the final admission decision. And they will then have, it's around 4 weeks to confirm the state in the program. all the candidates have to submit their application on our platform, which is Top Apply. They will have to submit 6 essays. So they have 3 essays, like all the students have the same 3 first essays, and the 3 last ones are different from each participant. They also have an open essay where applicants can share anything they would like. It can explain a gap in their CV, because we know it can happen. It can also explain how they've experienced diversity in order to push the application for the diversity scholarship. They also can tell us more about the challenges that brought them to this place today. I really want to push on this last essay, because sometimes as it's not a mandatory essay, the students may think that, okay, I don't need to do it, I don't have the obligation to do it, so I can just skip it. But I really think it can be very useful for us in getting to know our candidates, understand better their situation if they have a particular one. So yeah, I'd say that for the essay, they just need to focus on why HEC and why is it the best timing for them right now. We really think that no one knows the HEC Paris MBA program better than our alumni, because they've been through the journey. So top candidates will move on to the interview rounds of the application process. We receive around 2,500 applications per year, and around only 20% are advanced to this final round of interviews. And the interviews are conducted by 2 MBA alumni. Each interview is about an hour. During this time, candidates meet with an alumni from the city of their choice. They will show a presentation on topics they've chosen and have time to ask the interviewer about the program and its culture. And interviews are typically conducted in person, but due to the COVID crisis, we moved it to the video chat. And our interviews assess if the program is right for the candidates, and if really it's the right program, the best timing for the candidates. And if both interviewers feel it's not really the timing, or not really the type of candidates, the type of program that will best suit to the candidates, then the candidate is not admitted to the program. But we really believe that for alumni know best who will succeed, and fit better to the HEC Paris MBA program, and we put our ultimate trust in our past students. Both interviews have to be conducted in English. What we usually do is we are always trying to find an interviewer that is based in the same city of the candidate. So he will have one interview with someone coming exactly from his culture, from its city, and the second interviewer is usually someone based out of his country. So he will have to be a bit stressed on his international exposure. I'd say that we look for overall excellence in our candidates, so well-rounded, high-achieving candidates who have, so they have to have at least 2 years of full-time professional experience, and they must have shown a career progression, at least one. So in addition, we take into consideration their international exposure. This is really, really important for us, as it's an international program. The academic background is also important for us. And the goal, why do they want to do an MBA and why now? And we also have a look to what they do outside of work. Do they have hobbies? Do they have a passion? Do they practice sports, etc.? And we want to know why the candidate wants to do an MBA, and right now the timing is really something really important for us. And we want to hear about how the HEC Paris MBA in particular will help them to achieve their goal. So I'm talking about their post-MBA goal. And as I told you, the HEC Paris MBA is really one of the most diverse programs in the world, I'd say. And so we also look for a demonstration of open-mindedness, I'd say, such as having lived, worked, or studied abroad, maybe just an exchange during their first bachelor, or having worked with different cultures is also something that can add value to your application. And we really want our students to learn from their peers, both on a professional level and a personal one. And when we are assessing the professional experience, we look for candidates with a strong leadership potential and experiences that can add value to their classmates. We have a teacher at HEC who is always saying there is the things that you can learn in the classroom and there is the things that we learn outside the classroom. So this is really something important for us because you will learn, of course, during your hours of studying, but you will also learn a lot from your peers on the campus. So our candidates must have a minimum of 2 years of professional experience, and on average, I'd say that our students have around 6 years of professional experience. So we really assess the quality of the work experience, what exceptional projects they have worked on, and what they have achieved so far in their career. So there is different people from different HEC departments. The goal is really to review and assess all the aspects of the application. So we have the executive director of the academic department. We also have the executive director for the communication, marketing, and admission departments. We also have an alumni of the program because, as I told you, no one knows better than a former student who will get the most out of the program. We also have the career center of HEC represented, just to be sure that the career goal of each applicant is something feasible. As I told you, we have the rector of Versailles coming to our final admission jury. And last but not least, we have the dean of the program, Andrea Massini. It's actually working like this in France. So the name, it's not exactly the government, it's the rectorat in French. So it's for HEC Paris, it's the rectorat of Versailles. They are participating to our final admission jury in order to really formalize the admission decision. They also have the right to vote if they don't agree with the admission decision on a candidate. Because the diploma of the MBA is a diploma that is recognized by the state of France. So in order to have this accreditation, we needed to have these people coming to the jury and assess the fact that all our admission process is fair, and they need to say that the admission process is working perfectly well for them. And they are also coming back for the when the candidates are having their diploma at the end of the MBA. Usually when a candidate is rejected after pre-selection, they have the opportunity to have a call with our marketing and recruitment manager. So they will have a feedback from the non-admission. Of course, it's a final decision, but they have the right to apply later on. Most of the time, if a student have been pre-selected, it means that we agreed on, like all the team of the admission agreed on the fact that they had a great professional and academic background. But if they have not been admitted, it's mainly because the alumni thought there was a lack of maturity, maybe, for joining the program. So we encourage the candidate to apply again in the following years. And the marketing and recruitment manager are always happy to schedule a call with the candidate in order to help him to improve his application for the following months. We highly encourage them to submit a new application because we think that if they have not been admitted, it's because something was there was something missing in their application. And usually, when they are starting again an application a year and 2 years after, it's really something totally different. And most of them have the chance to join HEC after this. a lot of things. Right after the final decision admission, a week after, they will have the decision regarding the scholarship. They will then have a month to confirm their seat in the program by paying the deposit and signing a contract. And after that, we will constantly be in touch with them, but it will be mostly the admissions officer that will be in touch with them regarding all the details of their upcoming venue in France. We will schedule with them the taxi from the airport to the campus. We will also send them all the information regarding the room, the available rooms on the campus if they want to stay in Jouy-en-Josas. We'll send them also information regarding the clubs that are available in the, at HEC. And we actually saw something quite interesting in the past years. It's because there is the official information that the admission team is sharing. So of course it's a formalized letter stamped by HEC, but there is also all the other information that students are sharing between them. And so they're always creating a Facebook group and a WhatsApp group in order to start to know them before the beginning of the intake. So there is really this image of community even before they're starting the program. So I will advise the candidate to first be in touch with HEC before submitting the application, because the time before the submission of the application is as important as the time after the submission of the application. So we really have the marketing and recruitment manager team, the admission officers team. They are here to answer to all the questions. I think it's important for the student to be in touch with the team before the submission of the application, because they will have the opportunity to learn more about the program, to learn more about what we expect to see in an application, and they will have really the best advices from the people working into the admission team. So I don't think that you can have better advices than this one. So yeah, I'd say that scheduling a call and being in touch with the team before the submission of an application is always a good thing, because we love to know really the candidates, because knowing someone by reading their essays is something, but knowing someone by having him on a call, having him on a Zoom is really something different. Yeah, I'd say being in touch with the team before the submission of the application.